Hi, it's Artondra, better known as Artie, and I am taking time out to talk a little bit more about what my idea is and what I hope to accomplish with this YouTube channel. I'm new to blogging, or vlogging as it's called, and over the years, even though I've had this channel for 3 years, I've not really done much with it in the way of posting videos or other than the information about my art shows and a couple of videos that have featured my artwork. What I hope to do is to share with you my viewpoints, my tips, my tricks on photography, talk to you about my technique, why I do what I do, how I do what I do, kind of walk you on a step-by-step about some of the wonderful things I've learned over the years. YouTube is very useful. There's a lot of good videos out there that talk about photography techniques, that talk about post-processing techniques. Right now, I'm heavy into Instagram, and with Instagram, I have like roughly 600 plus followers. And one of the things I'm working heavily with on my iPhone is creating HDR photography or HDR pictures. And it's really interesting because I didn't know that it was possible until about 3 months ago when I saw some videos on how to do HDR on your iPhone. Now, I've done HDR photography before, and I've known about the process for the last 5 years, and I've actually been implementing it in a lot of the work I do, the landscape work I do. Let me take a moment to formally talk a little bit about my education and how I became a photographer. Basically, I grew up in a house with photographers. My grandmother and my grandfather were both photographers. I grew up with the equipment. I grew up learning lighting. I grew up helping in my grandmother's studio. By the time I was 10, I was helping her in her portrait studio. I would help her with lighting. I'd help her with the customers. We'd go to art shows. I'd help her set up for art shows. I knew how to hang her artwork, talk to the customers while they waited for their portraits to be hand-drawn. My grandmother drew, she did pastel work, she did charcoal work, she did heavy oils, she worked in acrylics, not so much in watercolor, but she did do some interesting things with paint. I'd seen her take earth and ground, the pigment from the leaves and the grass and flowers, and actually make pigments to paint with. So it's earth and paint. I haven't seen a video on YouTube on how to do that yet, but as soon as I find one, not only will I research it a little bit more, but I'll try to share with you that process as well. But anyway, what I want you to understand is that photography isn't just something that happened overnight in my life. It's something that's always been in my life. Like I said, I started with my grandmother working in her studios. At a moment's notice, a bathroom could be turned into a darkroom to develop film. And I helped her with her enlarging and developing pictures for clients, as well as, I would sit with her at art shows. Again, like I said, I'd set the art shows up and I would talk to her clients. It was a lot of fun. It was very educational. So as I got older, my art was one of the things I always did as a background. As when I was working retail as a customer service person, I still did my art. I drew. I took pictures. When I was in college, I drew. I took pictures beneath my college work. As an administrative assistant for the various companies I've worked for over the years, my art has always prevailed, and it's one of those things that's just a big part of me. It's who I am. And anyone who knows me knows that you can't find me without a camera of some sort in my hands, or a sketch pad, or something talking about art, reading art books, reading art magazines, researching photography tips and tricks on the internet. So people pretty much who know me know that I'm pretty much into art heavily. And again, this isn't something that I'm just like overnight, oh, I just want to suddenly be an artist. No, this has always been my go-to. I have asthma, and if you do not know what asthma is, it is a respiratory disease that affects my breathing passages. So from time to time, my lungs fill up with mucus and the airways swell so that I can't breathe. And from time to time, I have to be hospitalized. And there's not much you can do in the hospital other than read, watch TV, or listen to the nurses and doctors talk about your symptoms or other patients who are in the hospital as well. And what I learned to do is I learned to take my sketch pads with me, and sometimes I was also allowed to take my computer. When I got a laptop, I was able to take my computer so that I could edit pictures, and on occasion I would also write. So again, like I said, this video station, this YouTube channel, is about not just my photography. It's a little bit about me. I jokingly call it Thoughts of an Urban Photographer, because I do live in a city. I live in one of the largest cities on the East Coast, and it's a really pretty city, and I love being here, and I've taken the time out to just explore the area. And as I've explored the city, I've come across many realizations about life in the city. I'm a county girl from Texas, from Houston, and no, I no longer have my Texas accent, but from time to time, my husband says it slips out. But again, I live in the urban city, one of the largest on the East Coast, and I find this, I've been here for a long time now, so I guess I'm a native. And so over the years, I've just always thought the city was amazing, and I've taken time to go out and explore it. So basically, what I hope to do is to share with you, like again I said, my thoughts, my tips, my tricks for photography, talk a little bit about the journeys I'm on. I might talk about weight loss, I might talk about hair, I might talk about makeup, I may talk about any manner of thing that's about me. And it's okay if you don't like something I say, or if you don't like the way I do something, if you think my technique, it takes too long, or I abbreviate. Feel free to ask questions, feel free to comment. I mean, again, it's just my opinion. I'm one person. My tips, my tricks, I'm one person. And the only thing I hope to do is just share with you my knowledge base, and also, again, just so that you get to know me a little bit better, get to know my artwork. No, I'll try not to get too much into my personal life. My husband is a musician. I do have 3 kids. I am a working mom. So, again, my artwork is my saving grace, my sanity, what helps me keep my sanity. And that's pretty much it. And I hope you will enjoy this channel and share with your friends. And hopefully over the next couple of months, next couple of days, weeks, months, years, I will make videos in which you are interested, information which is pertinent to your life, pertinent to your photography and art projects. And that's pretty much it. Love you.